Good evening, everyone, and welcome to a new episode of Nuglish near Shoud, the Savageland of Festival, a series detailing our colonization and settling of the eastern peninsula of the world of Snûn, the Plain of Oracles. Last episode, we started to set up a little tavern that has since been flooded again, which was expected. Don't worry about that. I'm on it. Okay, it's just a little mess. We set up a bedroom that is doing pretty fine. I set up a bar and block stockpile, making dwarves construct some rock blocks. I'm doing a lot of things. The alligator has been killed by our military because it was getting pretty annoying. But most importantly, I finished a system that should let us control the flow of water that will go through our waterfall in our future tavern. So, with that in mind, it should become a little bit easy to control the water. Yeah, I know it's been a big focus in the last episode, and it still is, because it's still important. I've also set up, as I'll show you, a little mine going downward, so we can get some more rocks and precious gems. Our farms are still doing pretty fine. And on the surface, I've started to have some bits of projects. But first, I'll just ask my people to gather as much plant as they can, because we can get some pretty nice food from that. So, my plan, as you can see, there's a large area up there that we could cut a lot of tree from. By the way, we will right now. Fuck the elves. And by doing a large, let's call it quarry, all over there, just mining downwards and downwards and downwards and downwards, we could make a really impressive fortress rising up from underneath the ground. And I was thinking about that while I was sleeping, and yeah, I have some strange thoughts. And yeah, I think it could look pretty neat if we did it that way. Make this huge tower fortress rising up from the ground. I don't know. I'm sure it would be really cool. So the next step in controlling our water flow is by installing a floodgate right here, um, which would need great timing. Like the water here will continue to flow, of course. I'm thinking to myself, maybe I should enlarge the uh, corridor of water. So like mine out this part and this part, so water is more likely to go through there. We'll see, but I'm sure it would be good. The detailing and smoothing of the bedroom is going fine. Are there any dwarves that are doing nothing? Nope. So yeah, it's we're doing quite fine. There's just a troglodyte corpse. I didn't know we had troglodyte. Let's take a look. Well, we don't have any, but we have cave blob. Huh, so it's like slimes. Where are they? Okay, they're just chilling in the lake. The underground lake. The Ulm people are still doing fine. There's a giant mosquito outside. Classic savage lands. So yeah, we're in a pretty neat spot right now, I'm guessing, and soon we will be able to have the best tavern of the Eastern Peninsula. Not that there's any others. So, as you may see right now, there's a little bit of a problem. There's a miner a planter that went to like construct a little floodgate right over there that just got swept over by the current and fell. Okay, he's fine, he's fine. Whew, I was scared we were gonna have a drowner here. Hey, that wouldn't have been pretty. Especially with the water being such a key part of our tavern infrastructure. Okay, he's coming back in. He's a courageous man. He doesn't fear anything. He's gonna build that floodgate even if he has to die for it. Oh, and he gave up. Did he? Yeah, he gave up. just said, yeah, fuck it, there's too much water for me to handle. Doesn't look like redirecting of current is working that well. I'm sure we can deal with that pretty easily, though. Yeah, how about, okay, just bear with me. We just use those two little compartments and branch them out to the main parts. So like water will come in at the part where there's 4, 5 in depth. We'll go through there and we'll rejoin the other part, and then it would flow all the way there. What we could do eventually is now that's getting more and more complicated. Let's just check out if any of our floodgates are lost. Okay, there's one just right there, so it should be fine. The only problem is you can't build anything if there's a 1 or 2. If there's 2 depth of water. Okay, this is getting a bit problematic here. The flooding is just completely out of control. But we'll do fine. We'll do fine. At worst, we'll just reconstruct somewhere else. It's taken most of our attention, but meanwhile, we have a little butchery. We have like this place. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna set up a refuse for the bones and this kind of stuff, so that becomes a bit more useful. Did that guy just get swept by the current again? Swear to God. Dude, you have to stop getting drowned. Oh my God. Okay. So I'm gonna try to come up with a solution for all this mess. I may not have a solution. That's one big probability. As you can see, it's gonna be a bit muddy in the future tavern. But at least we have a bedroom, you know? At least we have food. We have a lot of plants, a couple of meat. Shouldn't be too much in the trouble. So yeah. Alright, so we finally managed to do it. We built the floodgates. Now we will be able to control with that little lever over there this floodgate, and this one will be able to control this one. So we will be able to maintain a great and perfect level of water. We will let things dry up a bit in this area. It's just 1 and 2 levels, so it should dry up by itself, become a bit muddy. Then we'll build some floor and everything will be a-okay. In the meantime, I've built a little fishery here that should be done eventually. There will be a little zone here to stock fish. I've built a stockpile for the butchering refuse, so bones, hair, this kind of thing that could be useful in crafts. So, oh, we aren't doing anything with this, so we'll make some wooden crafts. We don't have any of that, so it's always fun to diversify our things. We are still building barrels. Now I'm building animal traps, doors, chairs, blocks. Lots of really useful things that we will put to use as soon as possible. But now that we've managed to dry the area, that we'll let it dry and we'll focus on other projects. So what kind of project, you may ask? Well, we have a little bit of a mining area over there. Here there are some gems that I may want to do. I can't wait for spring to get some new migrants because everyone is busy except this broker. I don't know why. He'll probably get back to being busy soon. Yeah, there we go. But our main concern here is gonna be to start thinking about all this stuff. I know we aren't settled that well yet. Right, so we have other priorities like this bedroom, making it as beautiful as we can. And for that, I'll use my stone crafter. We'll put stone detailing under his things, so he will be engraving and smoothing the stone whenever he can. That way, we will have a beautiful bedroom for dwarves to sleep in. Oh, our small peacock has become a beautiful blue peacock. Um, the water will take a while to dry. I'll be honest with y'all, it's gonna be rough at first. Like there's a 7 pit here, and it may take a lot of time. So our project might be to drain the water right here into someplace else. So we'll order miners to go ahead and do this little bit of this little thingy here. That will dump it into a little reservoir, and yeah, that should make it a little bit easier for the water to just fade out of the common room. Yeah, so I'll make things moves a little bit, and then I'll come back to y'all. So while I'm doing a couple of little channeling to get the water out of the way, I just want to inform you that we lost a human hammerman recently. Probably fought against a monster somewhere and brutally died, which it happens. And we got a new monster slayer, who is a human bone maceman or the crossbowman. Anyway, I don't really recall, but it's fun to have a new member of our beautiful society. So I just wanted to keep you informed. So we've discovered a little lake deep underground that has quite a high ceiling, as you can see. Um, while my miners were digging downwards to get more minerals and rocks, as they should, And they've even breached into a little area here, which is quite interesting. We may have to wall that off. We will do that immediately because it could be a bit dangerous to be at -40. Could be cave trolls, cave ogre. Overall, a really unpleasant beast. So we're just gonna wall that off. Don't take any chance with that. That's Valerit. Oh yes, we found our first medal. So that's quite something. I'm really happy about that. I'll tell you. Valerit, I think, leads to... let me look that up real quick. It's minerals that leads to zinc. Yeah, zinc isn't that useful, I'll be honest with all of you. But you can make some pretty cute jewelry. You can make some furniture. And I'll be honest with you guys, a throne in zinc is always cooler than a throne in rock. So yeah, that could be a really neat thing. I keep stumbling on zinc every playthrough that I do of Dwarf Fortress, which is quite funny. Um, of course, it's not as useful and as fun to play with as other minerals, but I still like it. Zinc has quite a look to itself that can be appreciated by some people. And oh my god, there are actually a lot of sphalerite all around this cave. Oh my god, I hadn't noticed that. That might be something interesting to look into. Could even start smelting some minerals and build up a metal industry starting from as soon as the next episode. That would be great. And here we are in spring now. So now that we are indeed in spring, we may receive some new migrants that could speed up our fortress economy. More carpenters, more masons, more farmers, maybe another hunter, um, and maybe start up a really cool military system. Like we don't have a permanent military, so maybe I'll start training 10 people in the next two waves of migrants. Pick 5 people that are like fishermen and planters that I don't really need for the functioning. Excuse me, everyone. Functioning fortress, and then with these 10, we'll be able to have a solid starting defense for our fortress. I'll build up some other squads that will be temporary soldiers in case of emergency that I'll train like I don't know, once every 3 months, like a 1 month training, then 2 months of working, which could be a great idea. So I'm gonna keep working, mine out some sphalerite. Maybe I'll build even a magma smelter this episode. Thing is, I don't have any blacksmith, and that's that makes it not really useful to do that. Maybe even start thinking about sand and building some spooky windows. So yeah, I'll come back to you guys. And it looks like we've just gotten a caravan from the elves, but not from the civilization that I expected at the beginning. You know, I thought like we would get something from the enjoyable styles, like 2 days away, but no. We just got a caravan from the civilization of the Rivers of Parity in the Elven Forest Retreat of Island Tired. The thing is, they don't have any other settlement that I can find on the entire map. So we're trading with a basically dead civilization that is barely surviving. That's an interesting fact. We can get some really fun things out of them because of that. You know, surviving members of a civilization that is almost completely dead. Maybe those settlements that are that the Curse of Noses and the Empire of Whips took were originally their settlement, and they lost them. So yeah, it's interesting to see what they bring to the table with their expedition. There are only two, so must not have many people. Oh, breaking news! There has been an attack by the cave ogres. Um, None of which have died yet. They have toppled the glass furnace that I had just built. Sad, really. So I've conjured my squad, and I've asked them to murder the cave ogres to avenge a recruit that was just brutally killed. Can you believe that? How could they do this to us? Wait a minute. Wait, no. Can you cancel your order? I can cancel their order. Why? Anyway, so the recruits are all moving in, and will probably try to murder the cave ogre. Let's see how it goes. The doggy is attacking it, I think. I just cannot order them. Okay, he just broke both of our carpenter shops. The other is breaking all the things. And I think we lost our previous expedition leader, which made it so a miner became the expedition leader. Okay. That's all fine and jolly, but could y'all do anything? Like they aren't doing shiz. Alright, there's only one solution in this case of time. You disband the squad and you create a new squad with like metal armor. You just fill it with whoever. Wrestler, recruit. Bowyer, animal trainers, siege operator, fisher, dwarf, stonecraft, beekeeper, planter. Everyone, basically. The armor priest now, we will click them and say, yo, can y'all kill all this? All those. Please. That would be appreciated. Alright, so let's just see the fight ensue. Hopefully we don't lose too many people. We've already lost a recruit and our expedition leader. Not great. Not great. It could have been better. It looks like our people are... Yeah, they looks like they're winning. But they also look like they're wounded. Hopefully they'll be able to overcome this bad cave ogre who is starting to have a bit of injuries too. Then we'll build up the things that we're just destroyed relentlessly. I can't tolerate that. I'm sorry, ogres, but I'm gonna need you to die. I was in the process of starting up a new, beautiful glass industry. Like, I'm just gonna show you while the guy fights, because it sounds like we've pretty much won at this point. Yeah, I'm mining all this place because there's lots of sand. And, yeah, we kinda need that to make glass. So, yeah, we're doing that right now. So we lost someone. That's sad. Hopefully someone will be able to butcher up this creature corpse. Well, we have a butchery shop, so if everything goes well, we'll just have some new stuff to work with. Okay, the other cave ogre, 68 page, 9, 7. I'm seeing lots of blue, so not too worried. I think the cave ogre should be beaten soon enough. So I'm just gonna, meanwhile, reestablish the carpenter shop. Because, yeah, we kind of need that, don't we? And we're gonna put up the furnace. Furnaces, magma glass furnace, and we're just gonna put it right up here. And then we're gonna reissue the orders for the glass and stuff like that. I'm not even worried at this point about this cave ogre. I'm just really wondering, did he just climb all over the lava and jump here? Yeah, this is worrying. If anything, this just proved to me that I was right and that I totally need to... Oh, here it is. It died. That we totally need to do whatever we can to establish a good military force, just so we don't have to experience this kind of things again. Because, yeah, this blows a bit to lose people. I mean, it's part of the game. Don't get me wrong. I don't really care that much. But, like, yeah, right now we have less people to work with, and a miner has become the expedition leader, which means that, yeah, I'm gonna need to make him the manager. No, not him. I'm gonna put, like, anyone but him, actually. Because I don't want a miner to do this. I'm gonna put the broker as the manager. So, broker. Where the Ekin Bamboozle is the broker? Oh, he's here. Okay, perfect. And you're gonna just manage here. So, that's perfect. We have a corpse here. And we don't have any tomb. Yeah, that can be dealt with. Let's make one right here. We're gonna start losing more and more people as the this thing progress, so we're better off just dealing with it as soon as possible. The carpenter workshops are initiated. Now we just need our architect and mason taking care of the glass furnace, and then the siege operator. Right here, I've assigned him to glass duty. Is gonna be able to do all kind of really fun stuff with glass, making windows and stuff. And there's lots of sand and clay, so if eventually we want to make bricks and stuff, we'll be able to collect them right here. I have big hopes for this whole thing, and there's almost no water left here. Amazabung. And we have a new monster slayer now. And another one? Damn, we're getting lucky. This is great. Okay, I'm really appreciating all this right now. Oh, I'm just gonna reconnect this one. We have almost all of the floor in the future dining room done. Why is there copper pick underground? Like, right underground. At least we know we have a third copper pick. Okay. So we have our carpenter shop that are almost done. Yeah, you know what? I think this would be a great place to stop this episode. We've dealt with lots and lots of problematics, ogres. We've deep down enough to find some metals. And now we have a little cozy fortress with an almost dry tavern that will most likely one day host a ton of people that will drink, celebrate, and dance. Right next to a lake of lava and to tons of reservoir full of muddy water. And our bedrooms are cool. We have lots of plants, lots of drinks. We are in a great spot. 5,000 wine is pretty fun. And we've had access to the elves of a lost civilization of theirs, which is just great. So everyone, I hope you've appreciated this episode of the Nuglish near Corsu, the Savageland of Festival. And I hope that you will tune in next week for the next episode. See you guys!